All right, thank you, everyone. I know we're getting to lunch, so I'm the last one keeping you from it. I'm Coate. I'm the director of marketing at AvaLabs. We build Avalanche. We also build tools and services to help businesses build on Avalanche, and so that's what I'm going to talk about today. Before we get into that, though, I want you to go on a little bit of a journey with me. So I've been traveling a lot lately between work and personal travel. It's been a pretty heavy few weeks. In the last 3.5 weeks alone, I've been to 9 airports, 5 train terminals, a bunch of bus stations, getting a lot of steps on my Apple Watch. And this has had me thinking a lot about navigation. And so I thought before I got into the deep dive in my presentation, it'd be worth thinking about the history and the kind of philosophy of navigation, how it applies to this first. So if we think about navigation in short, it's about getting from one place to another safely and efficiently. That's really point A to point B, right? So early navigators faced a lot of challenges, a lot of risk, a lot of obstacles to overcome. There was unpredictable weather. They might have gone into a territory where it was disputed. They got lost a lot. Or maybe they were getting eaten by dinosaurs or woolly mammoths or bears or whatever. I don't really know. But the point is, in order to make travel safer and more efficient for everybody, these early navigators had to build better maps, better navigation tools, better techniques, and better timing. And so the story of navigation then becomes a story of gradual knowledge gained and constant readjustment. And so it's a story about looking to constants. In the past, in the olden days, that might have been looking at the stars as a constant, or the sun, or the moon. In this instance right here, in this case, it's this park in the middle. And it's looking at those constants to understand ever more precisely our place in the world. So this should be on everybody's mind in this industry that we're in. Bringing it more practical, this is what Google Maps looked like at launch. So when Google Maps first began in 2005, it was nothing but roadmaps for the United States and the British Isles. But Google eventually filled in the rest of the world with more features, more data sets, more detail. And so as we saw a few slides earlier, they're still learning and growing and adapting and adjusting all the time. So connecting the blocks here, like bringing this concept home. If we think of potential blockchain users as going on a journey, then as builders, it is our job to guide them along on that journey, to build maps, to build tools, to build navigation, and kind of make sure that they can be efficient and safe in their journey. And so if we want others to join us, we like to think about ourselves as early adopters or pioneers or these trailblazers. And so if we want to bring the next millions and millions of users with us, we have to deploy these kind of maps and guides to help guide them along. And so that is happening today, but it's really complex. So this image right here is from a Deloitte study a few years ago that shows just how many steps and how much potential work there is for a business to modernize an existing process and bring it onto blockchain technology. This is thinking about like a corporate process and bringing that on to technology. I'm not going to go through this entire slide, but you see there's a lot to it, right? That same study found that deploying a custom fully functional blockchain could take up to a year and cost 1.5 million US dollars annually. And that's not even including further customizations where you may need to add other services and other tools and other support later, hiring, all of these other kind of things. And so, the further that customization is needed, the more costs that come into play. That's where AvaCloud comes into play now. So until now, this was a very costly, a very expensive, perhaps a very complicated industry to navigate, or it was very difficult for a major enterprise to figure out, how do I start building and how do I get to market quicker? And so what AvaCloud is, it's managed software and services. And so we like to think about AvaCloud as a Shopify or an Amazon Web Services for blockchain. And so it's going to accelerate the adoption of businesses of blockchain. And so it reduces the technical burden of infrastructure and allows businesses to focus on going to market. So we think that launching your own blockchain should be as easy as launching a website on Squarespace, and we've made it that way with AvaCloud. So it delivers on that promise across verticals. So we've seen early implementation across gaming, across general enterprise, financial services, and even government. And so everyone here in this room, everyone down at lunch, and any company today can create a DevNet in under 5 minutes and get up and running and testing right away. You can move to a testnet in a matter of weeks and be fully live with a fully functioning layer 1 blockchain in a matter of weeks, and that is not at a cost of millions of dollars and not taking you a year as the Deloitte study looked at. So too good to be true. Let's take a look here at this video play. So what you're seeing there in that brief demo, and we're happy we've got a booth downstairs. I'll happy to walk you through it as well. But that was setting up like as I said, a DevNet in under 5 minutes. And so what you're going through, you're able to make all your selections for what you need, customize, add a wallet, whatever you need, and then get up and running right away. And so I'm going to go into a little bit more of what AvaCloud actually is. And so this is really what this is about. As I was talking on that slide with Deloitte, where there's all these different things that you need to do, AvaCloud has actually taken all of these different pieces and brought it into one service here. So we're not only talking about the infrastructure and the technology, but also we have a full team of consultants. They're blockchain engineers, they're business consultants, they're people who've been working in this industry for a long time that are here to help businesses understand what is your project, scope it out, and then also get it up and running, fully managed all the way through. And so the concept here, these are all of those in that complicated slide, all these different tools that you need to build, all these different services that you need to bring in. We're streamlining that and bringing that all into one place. And so we're very fortunate to have one of the greatest engineering teams building Avalanche and building AvaCloud here. I'll be very honest, I'm a director of marketing. I don't understand what they're talking about half the time, but I've seen the technology. I know it works. It's pretty cool. And so this is not one size fit all, though. Like, this is an understanding that there are a variety of needs in business, and so we want to understand what is your end use and how can we shape the technology around that. And so that is to say, AvaCloud is completely composable. And so we understand all these different industry needs. Government needs to be private and controlled. Consumer networks, consumer wants to be public and accessible. Gaming needs high speed, seamless user experience. And crypto native applications want high levels of decentralization, just as a few examples. The point is, we're not one type of chain, we're all these types of chains. And so the technology is built with business in mind, the idea that you shape it to your needs. Ava Labs as a company, we specialize in cutting-edge blockchain technology. And so we build, we experiment, and then we productize that and make it very user-friendly. And so with AvaCloud, we have a variety of customizations from protocol to the application layer. So Ethereum Virtual Machine was a great first step, but as an application scale, it has some limitations. With AvaCloud, you have a variety of virtual machines, including our own proprietary Hyper VM, which at last test was performing at 141,000 TPS with WebAssembly compiler, so you can build programs in any coding language. So these kind of technological advances are what we need to support the wide variety of business patterns that need to adopt blockchain. So these are the essential steps of AvaCloud in a summary here. We help you plan, build, launch, and scale your custom blockchain, and we can get you up and running in minutes and get you live in a matter of weeks in your fully functioning mainnet. And so once you've done that, then what? Well, then it's adding on the application layer, right? And so making it incredibly easy for developers to deploy their applications. We basically provide the scaffolding. So if you're going in, you're customizing, you've built this beautiful blockchain, you're ready to bring users on, well, you need some extra tooling. Think about it like a Shopify API. So fiat on-ramps, you can click a button. Accept credit cards, you click a button. Data oracles, click a button. Gasless relayer, click a button, so on and so forth. And so in addition to this modular custom blockchain, we've made it really easy to add components you need without having to build them yourself. And ThirdWeb is an example of a partner that is helping us do this. So I'm going to get in real briefly with the remainder of my time here. I've got a few minutes left, and talk about who's already been using AvaCloud and what are the kind of things that we've seen them do. Again, we built this so that any business can apply whatever they're trying to do. Our goal is to manage all of the infrastructure and the blockchain worries for you so that you can get to market and focus on what you do well as a business and not really be focusing on this kind of thing. And I'm talking here about a traditional enterprise business or a financial services business. Focus on whatever your industry is as opposed to having to worry about this kind of technology, right? So SK, the second largest conglomerate in Korea, took an existing loyalty program. They took their OK Cashback app and brought that onto the Avalanche platform using AvaCloud, Web3 infrastructure. For the user, nothing changes from an experience in the app, although there are new ways using NFTs and all sorts of technology that is only available in Web3 for them to earn and gain points and be in different clubs and all of these other kind of interactive experiences. So I got to meet the SK team, and there are a few of them here actually at this conference a few weeks ago in Korea. Across their business units, they are they're doing some really interesting things in how they're figuring out how do we bring existing things that we already do onto blockchain. And so this is, if I were you, I'd be paying attention to what they're doing. It's some very interesting technology. Shrapnel is a AAA game. They're building on AvaCloud right now, and their whole goal is making everything that you can create in game have ownership over that, build in-game economies, so you're able to find maps, create skins, whatever you need to do, and it's all something that you're able to own and monetize as a player. And so by putting it on the Avalanche platform, we're a big gaming platform, and so it's allowing them to scale a lot quicker. Final example here is another loyalty marketing program. So loyalty marketing based out of Japan. They have, in this particular example, we're talking 100 million users and 280,000 merchants. And existing loyalty programs, bringing this on chain, and for the consumer, opening up all sorts of new avenues to gain points and play games and do all sorts of other different things to kind of build. And PlayThink is a blockchain partner that is helping loyalty marketing do this. Ponce is the name of the program. They're building this on AvaCloud. And so to kind of bring back my metaphor from the beginning, the idea of AvaCloud is not just that it's technology, it's not just that it's software, it's that we are here to be businesses' guides into coming into the world in blockchain and modernizing their business, right? So we're here bringing them along in the journey, building those maps, building that technology, building those techniques, and improving the timing. And so we're reducing costs, time to market, and all of the core things that we've seen in our research that businesses are struggling with in bringing their business online, or bringing their business on chain, I'm sorry. So that's my time. I appreciate it. If you go to avacloud.io, you can start setting this up, and you can experiment with AvaCloud right away. So thank you, and enjoy your lunch, everyone.